What's up, comic book community? Joe here with another episode of 360 Comics. A couple of weeks ago, I was at a local flea market, and a guy had a bunch of long boxes of modern books, all from the last 20 or so years, and I ended up picking out 100 of them and getting a really great deal on the stack. I've got the 30 best books to show you, and of course, the top 5 are going to be at the end, so stay tuned. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you subscribe to this channel, give this video a like, and leave a comment down below for your chance to win this book and more as part of our March and April giveaway here on YouTube. And then you can head over to Instagram and give us a follow there because we're giving away this book as part of our 9,000 follower giveaway on Instagram. And I do daily posts there and claim sales there every Friday as well, so you don't want to miss out on that. And one more quick announcement, and that is that this Saturday, April 15th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., I will be hosting Back Deck Comic Fest at my house. It's a great community event. Tons of comics will be available for great prices. We'll have free food, yard games, and a ton more. Even if you don't want to buy anything, just come hang out. It's a good time. You get to meet people from the community and talk about the hobby that we all love. Hope to see you there. Let's get into this haul. As mentioned, I got all of these books from one vendor at a flea market, and I had seen this guy at the flea market before, and I think I've bought comics from him before, but nothing to this level. Definitely nothing of this volume before. Usually, a book or two here or there. But this time he had about 8 or 9 long boxes, all from the 2000s and 2010s. And he said he hadn't gone through it. He hadn't really pulled anything out, and he was just looking for, a couple bucks a book. And I said, hey, can we do a bundle deal if I buy a lot of stuff? And sure enough, I put together a stack of over 100 books, maybe like 105, 110, and I paid $100 for it, so a little less than $1 a book. Definitely a great deal on these keys. Let's take a look at the 30 best, saving the 5 top dogs for last. We'll kick it off with some Amazing Spider-Man. Can't go wrong with that. Issue number 546. Yeah, 546 of Amazing Spider-Man. This is the first book of the Brand New Day run by Dan Slott. And it's, I guess, the second appearance of Jackpot and Mr. Negative. They first debut in the Free Comic Book Day book from this year, which I think was like 2007. Free Comic Book Day, or maybe 2008, I forget. But yeah, they're in that book, which is kind of like a prequel to this run right here. This is definitely a key as well, though. It's their second appearance, and it's their first appearance in like the main run, not a Free Comic Book Day giveaway book. That one definitely holds more value than this, but this one still pretty solid. Next up, we've got Amazing Spider-Man number 5 from volume 3. This is the second appearance of Silk. She is on the cover. She does have a cover appearance in the previous issue, but it's not the cover A. So this is her first cover A cover appearance, which I don't think that really matters. But second appearance of Silk nonetheless. Great character that I think we're going to see a lot more of in the future. An underrated character, in my opinion. Then we got issue number 7 from that run. First appearance of Spider UK, who's down at the bottom. Is it UK Spider-Man or Spider? I forget the name of that character. Anyway, whatever. I'm sure we're going to see that character in Across the Spider-Verse. And then back to the Silk keys. This is the first time Silk is shown in costume. Prior to this, she just has like webbing wrapped around her. But she's in her, her silk costume that we know her as in this book. And this book, honestly, super underrated key in my opinion. First time in that classic silk costume. This is volume 4 of Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 1, the Dan Slott run of Amazing Spider-Man. And this is the hip-hop variant cover with a Tribe Called Quest homage. Can't go wrong with those hip-hop variant covers. A lot of people collect those. Little crossover between comics and music. Then we got Web of Spider-Man number 70. First appearance of Spider-Hulk. Really goofy 90s character. But yeah, a lot of people like to pick this book up. Will we ever see that character in like a What If or something? That'd be pretty cool. Then we got Ultimate Comics Spider-Man number 200. This is actually one half of a connecting cover set. The other side is Miles' face in the middle instead of Peter, and Miles' version of Spider-Man. So it kind of just shows them fused together in the middle. Really, really cool connecting cover. But I do not have the other one, unfortunately. It was not in there. Wait, we already did that book. What's the next one? The last one. We got another Miles book. Speaking of, this is Ultimate Comics number 4. Ultimate All New Spider-Man number 4. Or Ultimate Spider-Man. People call this run so many different things. It's Miles' first solo run. This is actually the 5th appearance of Miles Morales, but it's also an origin story of the first time he, acted as Spider-Man. He actually wore a Spider-Man Halloween costume, going back in a flashback in this book. Really, really great to pick up anything from this run, given it's the first Miles solo run. A lot of people end up collecting this. Let's dive into some more Marvel stuff that might not be Spider-Man related, but still pretty solid. This book right here, this one might get a little bit spicy coming up with the Marvels being released later this year. This is Vision number 6? Yeah, number 6. This is the first appearance of Monica Rambeau, Kamala Khan, and Carol Danvers, all the Miss/Captain Marvels, all in one panel. First time they're all together. Really cool book. It's also the first appearance of Sparky, their Vision and the Vision family's dog, but I mean, I think it's more for the other key significance than that one. You guys know this book, or maybe you don't, but this is an awesome one, given the future of the MCU. Avengers number 2 from, when was this? Maybe like 2015, 2016, something like that. It's got this killer cover featuring Kang and a bunch of different Kang variants. We got Immortus, Scarlet Centurion, Iron Lad, Rama Tut, all behind Kang the Conqueror in front. Gotta love that. Really excited to see what's going on with that character. Another book with MCU ties, Captain Marvel number 1. This book is the one that the movie Captain Marvel, which, wasn't super great, but hey, it is what it is. The movie was based off of this. The script for the movie was written based off of this comic book and this comic book run. So whether you like it or not, it definitely still has some importance as far as, the MCU ties. Then we got Gamora number 1, first solo Gamora book. Definitely a good one to have coming up with the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 coming out very soon, actually. We're like 2 weeks away, 2 or 3 weeks. Moon Knight number 1 from the Warren Ellis run. I love this freaking cover. One of the coolest Moon Knight covers. Just awesome with that. Just zoomed in straight up, just his eyes and the moon on his forehead there. Really, really cool. And I love the massive text right in the middle. Love that design of that cover. Then we got Deadpool number 250, and I think this is called The Death of Deadpool. Deadpool stuff does very, very well. Such a popular character. Speaking of Deadpool, this is a little bit different. We got Howard the Duck number 1, the first appearance of not Deadpool, but Gwenpool. She's down at the bottom there. Definitely a great dollar bin pickup. Kind of an underrated book in my opinion. And last of the Marvel books, before we hop over to some DC, Darth Maul number 1, the first solo Darth Maul book under the Marvel banner when they regained the rights when Disney bought Star Wars back in 2015 or whatever. Awesome freaking cover. Just such a special character, such a character that so many people are interested in and collect covers and figures and whatever of that character. But yeah, really good one. On to some DC now. We got Action Comics number 894, the first appearance of Death in mainstream DC continuity. This is Death having previously appeared in Sandman, and obviously a really, really cool cover of that as well. Only a couple DC books before we get into some indie stuff and then the top 5, but this one's a good one. This is 52, issue 11 or week 11. First appearance of Kate Kane as Batwoman. She's right on the front cover. Definitely a solid key that's really affordable, especially after her show was canceled. Then we got Blue Beetle number 4. This is the first appearance of the modern version of Peacemaker. Solid pickup. And with the Blue Beetle movie coming out, this key, but in general, also this run might boost up in some popularity if that movie is well received. And then we got a book that I've been picking up a bunch of copies of, Justice League Dark number 1, the first official appearance of Justice League Dark. There are many other appearances throughout, like Swamp Thing books and stuff like that, but this is like the real deal official, called by the name, number one of their own title, yada, yada, yada. Let's get into the indie stuff now. And there were some cool ones, some books that I've never found out in the wild before, including this first one, I Hate Fairyland #1. This is just great Scotty Young title. Scotty Young just super popular. Solid one to pick up. Paper Girls #1. The show got canceled. I thought the show was good. Definitely a good run. You know, not going to go anywhere in the the realm of how popular this is within the comic community. Maybe it didn't have the mainstream success that it could have had if that show had continued, but nonetheless, a very popular run of comics. And then we got Chilling Adventures of Sabrina #1. This, I believe, completes my run. I don't know if I had this yet, but I think I have all the other books. So if I didn't, I've got it now. And if I already had this, then yeah, so be it. I'll just sell it. That's perfectly fine by me. This one's pretty cool. This is Lady Mechanica #1. This is, it's kind of her first appearance, but not really, because there was an issue 0 that was given away on Free Comic Book Day. This is the issue #1, her first solo title, second appearance. I don't know what you want to call it, but people are going to have their opinions about that. And then last of the indie stuff is the True Life of the Fabulous Killjoys. I almost mixed up the adjectives there. This is a Gerard Way book, Gerard Way being both the writer of Umbrella Academy and the singer of one of my favorite bands, My Chemical Romance. Really stoked to have this. I have a copy already, but the one that I have is a bunch of spine ticks on it. It was very well loved. So this one I'm probably going to hold on to my personal collection because it is a higher grade copy. Great run if you haven't checked that out yet. And we are down to the final 5 books, the best ones in my opinion. Almost not really in my opinion. These just sell for more than the rest of these books. So, boom, look at that. Awesome cover here. This is all new Wolverine #1. This is the first appearance of Laura Kinney as Wolverine. First time she uses that persona. And this is obviously one of the variant covers, the action figure variant cover. Who is this? Christopher. Christopher does them. What's his name? James Tyler Christopher. I'm not really into the action figure variants. I'm not a toy guy, but I know a lot of people really, really like these. So this is just a good one. Solid pickup from that dollar bin haul. And then we got this right here. Boom. This book has been getting hotter and hotter and hotter. And we just got a trailer recently, which looks really good. There's going to be a Flash movie, and it's, loosely based around this, it seems like, at least a little bit. But I am super excited about that movie. Trailer looks great, but even without that movie, this is still a mega popular run, which they already did an animated movie, Flashpoint Paradox, off of, which if you haven't checked that out, definitely watch that movie. One of my favorite animated movies of all time. Yeah, great run. What is a 5 or 6 issues? 5-issue miniseries. Flashpoint, solid one right there. Then we got this. This, you might miss this. I think I've passed this book up before. I did not know about this until Jim from Bronzeville Comics let me know that this issue, Marvel Previews number 51? Yeah, 51. This is the first preview appearance of the Red Hulk. This predates Hulk #1. This predates, any other inkling, any advertisement of this character. This is the first time in print that the Red Hulk was featured. Obviously this is a preview catalog in order to know what's coming out for Marvel, so it predated the first issue of Hulk #1 from 2008. That is a tough one to find because a lot of people just were throwing out those preview books. Then we got this right here, Spawn number 238. Not only is this a low print run Spawn book, I think the print run was under 13,000, but also it is the first appearance of the Dead Zone, or first mention of the Dead Zone. It's like the place between heaven and hell, where neither of those worlds have any power. Really cool thing, given Spawn's whole identity, persona, whatever. Yeah, this is a tougher book to find. This is before the print runs were ramped up again for Spawn, And yeah, anything in like the late 100s and early to mid 200s, those are all low print run Spawn books, so look out for them. And last but not least, we saw this book in the beginning. This is Star Wars, The Clone Wars, free comic book day book. This is the first appearance of Savage Opress and the brother of Darth Maul. Really cool looking character. The cool thing about this is, if you don't know, I may have featured this in another video because I did talk about free comic book day books, but on the back is actually Avatar The Last Airbender, and this is the first appearance of Avatar The Last Airbender in comic books, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure this is like a double key for two vastly different properties. Really, really solid. I still have yet to watch this show. I watched the first episode during the early COVID days, and I was like, okay, I like this. I think I could get into this. And then I never finished the series. I definitely want to. I need to. But given the news that we have this week from the Star Wars front, this is probably a really great book to have. So I'm glad to have gotten it for right about $1. Tell me what you think about this haul. Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget it. Check out Back Deck Comic Fest. Also, my video, one of the videos this week will be a preview of Back Deck Comic Fest, featuring not just my stuff, but the other sellers that are going to be there. Alex, a.k.a. Collecting Dude, Mike, a.k.a. Pope of Chilitown, and Paul, a.k.a. Bad News Bond. Unfortunately, James from Minhunter Comics had to drop out of this event. He will definitely be back for the next one, but he's got some wedding-related stuff that he needs to get to this weekend, so he will not be there. But come by if you live in the Philadelphia area. Follow on Instagram. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. I super appreciate everyone's support and kind words and everything. But yeah, that's it. Until next time, turn the page, wash your hands.